Politics now. New Iowa poll from Monmouth University showing a new leader of the Republican pack, Senator Ted Cruz, coming out on top now with 24%. That is 5 points ahead of Donald Trump's 19%. Senator Marco Rubio, a close third at 17%, followed by Ben Carlson, 13%. The rest in single digits or less. Chris Stirewalt, Fox News digital politics editor and the author of Fox News First, and he joins me as he does every Monday. Wow, this came out just about an hour and a half ago. It's exciting, I guess, in some respects when you see how politics can change on a dime. Why do you think Ted Cruz has catapulted above Donald Trump?
Well, the simple answer is that the leakage from Ben Carson's support has benefited both Cruz and his fellow Senator Marco Rubio pretty substantially in Iowa and around the country. You would also have to say that Ted Cruz is a candidate made for Iowa. He is a guy who is very conservative. He is an evangelical Christian. He is not afraid to say things that cause controversy, which is something that Iowa voters have responded to in the past. They like iconoclastic, hard-edge candidates from time to time, and also the issue of immigration, which not only helped Donald Trump get started, now is working to Cruz's benefit. Steve King, congressman from Iowa, and other activists on the immigration question, like Trump or like Cruz, and that's helping out in a big way.
Yeah, it's interesting. Evangelical voters, they make up half of the Iowa GOP caucus, and he gets 30% of their vote. Let's see how that factors into your 2016 Presidential Power Index today, where we look at who's up and who's down in the race for the White House. Okay, so there you have it. Still in number one, Ted Cruz. Number two, Marco Rubio. He stays there. Donald Trump moves up one to number three. And Carly Fiorina, well, we're going to get to her in a minute. So let's talk about those three first.
Well, Cruz continue again. The scenario that seems to be working for the Republican nomination right now is that Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio are hitting their stride when you want to start hitting your stride. You want to be moving up. You want to be gaining at this point, because think about it this way. We're political junkies. We watch this stuff all the time. We are always paying attention. But now we are less than 2 months away from the start of voting, and other people who understandably avoid politicians as much as possible start to come into the space, and as they do, it works to the benefit of the people who look good at that time. So their timing may be very good here.
Right.
Donald Trump is different. Donald Trump's support doesn't go up or down that much, but that has its own benefits. His supporters are incredibly loyal. They have stayed with him in ways that other candidates have not seen. He's got the strongest, he's got the greatest strength among those voters who are with him. They love him and they're sticking around.
Right, and that poll that came out at the end of last week had him, a national poll, had him like way above at 37 or 39%. Let's talk about your next tier, because we have Carly Fiorina. She moves down one in the index to number 4. Jeb Bush up one to number 5, now surpassing Ben Carson, who moves down another one to number 6. A lot of movement this week, Chris.
Well, Ben Carson has folded up pretty fast. We have seen this in previous cycles, where and in this cycle to some degree, but with Jeb Bush. But what's happening with Ben Carson is, I described it as terminal velocity. He's falling as fast as he possibly can. Is he going to have a resurgence, a rebound? Newt Gingrich did in the 2012 cycle, but by and large, candidates who follow this trajectory don't return from oblivion. So it's not that Jeb Bush is in a better position today than he was before. In fact, he's got more to worry about with Chris Christie, who's lurking out there in New Hampshire, ready to take him on. But Ben Carson, it looks like we may be heading for the exits here.
Wow. Very, very, very interesting. All right. Check it out again next week. We'll see if there are any big changes. Chris, thanks.